Hey YouTube, this is DWS Darius, and this is going to be another episode of Amazing Fish. And this week's Amazing Fish, the Tiger Oscar. Okay YouTube, so right here you're looking at the Tiger Oscar. Now you all know that I keep two types of Tiger Oscars. I have the black Tiger Oscar, as you see right here, and I also have the albino Tiger Oscar, and throughout this video both of them are going to be seen. Okay, so this Oscar right here is about 10 inches, and he was said to be wild caught, and I really believe it's wild caught, not only because the price was higher, but also because just the different colors this Oscar changes. Now I've kept Oscars before and none of them change colors as much as this one that I have right here. He changes from green to brown to a very light color, almost grayish white. And I really believe a wild Oscar would change to those different colors just to prevent from being prey or from being attacked or anything like that. And so I really believe that he really was wild caught. So that's a little nice fact about this right here is my albino Oscar. Now this is an albino rat Oscar, but at the end of the day it's still an Oscar, still the same attitudes that you would get from a Tiger Oscar. So this right here is my albino rat Oscar, and I'm not sure if the camera's picking it up, but his colors are just awesome. And this is one of my favorite fish because of his personality. Out of all my fish, this one is most comfortable with me. He'll come and let me pet him and just is not afraid of me, and I just really appreciate that in a fish. Okay, so one of the things everybody should know about Oscars is that they are really aggressive fish. Now before I kept them, from watching YouTube videos and just looking at the way they shaped, I didn't really think them to be that aggressive. But recently my albino inside the 210 showed his aggression by attacking everybody in the tank, including me. He refused to allow me to do water changes. He almost killed this one, and he was just on a rampage for about a year straight. Now he's calming down, but these fish can really be beastly. And this one right here, he's pretty much on that rampage state. He's very aggressive, and he just shows that hidden anger that most people don't see. So just be aware of that. These fish do have sharp teeth. You can't see it, but behind those lips are teeth. Let's see if I could get them to show with the mirror, but they have a huge row of teeth behind him. See, if as he lifts up his lip, you could, let me see if I could clear it up a little bit. When he lifts up his lip, you can see his teeth. I can't focus in because I'm doing it with one hand, but yeah, these fish do have teeth, and they are really aggressive fish, so just keep that in mind. These fish are sold everywhere. You can get them from PetSmart, Petco, and generally any tropical fish store will carry an Oscar. So just be aware that these fish aren't pushovers. They're really aggressive fish, and you don't want to get yourself a killer. You don't want to get a fish that you think is nice and turns to be a monster. So just keep that in mind. Okay, another thing to consider when keeping Tiger Oscars is that it's pretty obvious that these fish are large fish. Now mine's right here is about 10 inches, and he's still not done growing, so you want to make sure you give him adequate space. Now many people keep these fish in small tanks like 30 gallons, 20 gallons, and just small tanks, but in my opinion I believe that the smallest is a 75 because any other tank doesn't have the correct dimensions to keep this fish happily. I mean, a 55 is not wide enough, and those other tanks are not long enough. And I'm pretty sure that the bigger and the more space you have, the more happier your Oscar is going to be. So just keep in mind, if you want an Oscar, you gotta have space for an Oscar. Okay, so as far as good tank mates for a Tiger Oscar, or an Oscar in general, I believe that there is no correct answer as far as what's a good tank mate for Tiger Oscars. And the main reason is because I go by the theory and by the basis of all fish are different. Now what I mean by this is that there's no two fish with the same personality. You can have similar personalities, but I found out from my fish keeping experience that all fish are different. I've been keeping fish that people have told me to be just the most dangerous, aggressive, mean fish, which have proven to be very opposite. And at the same time, I've kept fish that were said to be the most peaceful fish and turned out to be monsters. So I go by the basis of all fish are different. So you have to be wise when considering Oscar tank mates. Now what I said before was just concerning fish of different species. When you want to keep Oscars with Oscars, that's a whole different way of looking at things, because as I told you before, this Oscar nearly killed my black Oscar. And any Oscar, if you read forums, they'll tell you that if you keep two Oscars together, they'll just mutilate each other. And it's hard to be able to sex them to see if you can get a male and female, which will prevent the problems. So as far as Oscars, if you want to have more than one Oscar in a tank, I say don't get 2, don't get 3, get like 6 so they can level out that aggression. So as far as mixing Oscars with Oscars, you want to keep a good amount, because if you end up getting 2 males, it's going to be a nightmare. And if you end up getting just lost my train of thought. So anyway, another thought about keeping Oscars. Many people want Oscars and they want that personality that I and so many other people are able to get, that just friendship from Oscar. And my tip to get in that friendship, keep them happy. Keep them in a nice, large enough aquarium. Give them nice water changes. Keep the water clean. Feed them right. And just show them attention. Don't discard them. Don't treat them like an unwanted pet. But just show that love and show that care. And in return, he's going to show you attention. He's going to show you, just like any other pet, if you put the time into it and the effort, he's going to be that fish pet for you. So YouTube, that's been another episode of Amazing Fish with DWS Darius. It's not too much to say about Oscars because these fish are common. I'm just giving my input of why I think these fish are amazing. So as always, don't forget to subscribe for more. Like, comment, share, and keep showing that support, because it's all helping me out. So thank you all. Stay tuned for more.